Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Liswa Mutupi and I'm glad that you guys actually made a turn onto this channel. So today I'm going to be answering Ntantla Mloi's question whereby he asked how to actually use the bar replay button in order to just backtest on TradingView. So that's one thing that we're going to be covering. If you do or have seen that bar replay button and you're asking yourself how does one use this in order to let's say gain consistency within the markets, that's one thing we are going to be covering on today's video. And if you haven't, I'm actually giving away a free training whereby I'll just put the link below and then you'll be able to get access to it and you'll be able to just watch these amazing lessons that I've put by step form, and then at the same time you'll be able to also get an assessment, questions and answers, and then upload me your patterns or your analysis, and then I'll be able to just help you out on what it is that I see and how we can improve your trading. But let us jump onto today's video whereby I'm helping Ntantla Moloi's question whereby I asked how to use the bar replay button on TradingView to backtest. Okay, so currently right now we're taking a look at USD MXN. So one thing that I want to be showing you guys on this video is that we're going to be looking at the bar replay button on how we can utilize it so that it can be able to help us out on the near future when we backtest or just when we are understanding on how to employ the strategy that we are trading. So the first thing that I'm going to be showing you guys is that where do you get it? You actually get it right here. As you can see, even just by putting my cursor on it, you can simply see that it's written bar replay. So I'll just pick on it and then it will give you this red line. So one thing that I also want to mention to you guys about is that with this bar replay, it only works on the daily time frame and the weekly time frame and the monthly if you are using the basic package. And the basic package is actually the free package. So currently right now I'm on the pro package whereby I don't know, it's like $15 or $14 a month, $14 a month, and then you can be able to use it on smaller time frames such as 4 hour, 1 hour and 15 minutes and so on. So currently, let me just show you guys. So I'll just show you a trade that I took, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, on how it is that I actually took it and how you can use the bar replay button to just see on whether it's actually a trade that you took because of the strategy that you use or you're just taking because of emotions. So with this red line that you can see, you place it where you want to start using it. Let's say where you want to start tracking the price. So if let's say you want to see 3 months before and you want to start backtesting from 3 months before, you just simply go, currently on December, you can just simply go to September and then place on September. Then you start going forward, like you simply just like going forward bit by bit. Also increasing the structures just so you can be able to move with price. So let me just press here quick. Just by pressing on the red line, you can simply see that price is gonna remove the price from where it's at till where I actually selected by the red line. So that's the whole purpose of having this tool. So after doing just that, okay, it's taking a bit longer. Okay, there we go. After doing just a bit that, you can simply see that, okay, now before we took this trade, before it actually shot all the way downwards, the way that I took this trade is that I saw something like this. I actually saw this beautiful rising wedge, and because also USD MXN has been dropping in a while, so I actually noticed that, okay, no, the momentum is to the downside. So I started looking for a drop or a breakout to the downside where I can just take a sell and capitalize a bit more on it. So that's one thing that I saw. I spotted a move just like this one here, and this is a beautiful rising wedge. And not only this, but also the fact that it gave me this double top formation, as you can see, the first peak and also the second peak, and then that's when I started looking for my entries. So one thing that you can do is the one thing that I like about this, you can also go to the 1 hour time frame where I got my entry just because I had something like this, and then as soon as the market broke down, that's when I took an entry. So I'll just simply break it down with you guys. So this here, just to explain to it, this here is like when you press it, is you're gonna be able to choose where you want to jump onto. Let's say it's also the red line. So let's say if you want to go a bit backwards, I'll just pick on it and then I'll utilize it. So this one here, it's actually like it shows you the first play, it actually plays out and then it moves like, let's say, depends on the speed that I choose. Let's say now the speed that I'm on, it's update every 0.5 seconds. So every 0.5 second, what actually happens is that there's a new chat that opens, new chat that opens, so I can keep on moving forward while playing around with my trend lines and stuff. And with this one here, it's actually it moves forward each and every one candlestick. So let me just see if I press it once, it actually moves forward each and every one candlestick. So if I want it to move again to another candlestick, I'll just press on it once, then there you see, then if I want, I'll just press it again, and then so on. So that's what actually it does with this one. And this is the speed. You can actually play around with it choose 1 second, you want it to update every 1 second, which is a bit slower, or every 2 seconds, which is a bit more slower, or you actually want it to update every half a second, or even each and every 0.0, which is going to be way too faster for you to actually be, let's say, evolve your trend lines and move along with the structures. So that actually I wanted to show you guys on how to see how, like, the tools, the toolbar on it. And this, just by pressing this, okay, this is to real time. Obviously, you understand what that means. It means that you're canceling, going out, you're going back to the real time market. And this is also, you exit the replay mode. So with this one here, just by understanding, you can simply, let's say you have structures that are like this now. So let me just start a bit close to here. There we go. I want to show you guys like how you can actually use this tool. So let's say price is moving. There we go. I use this on here whereby it updates each and every half a second. So now one thing that I'll be looking for in this is that I'll be either looking for, as you can see, I've got my first touch here and I've got my second touch. So I'll be either looking for a movement such as like a movement to the upside and then like an ascending type with a third touch at the top, then going downwards. This is the first scenario that I'll be looking for. Third touch going downwards, I'll take a sell here, or I'll be looking for at least a double top formation somewhere close to here. Let's see if I'm able to draw these zones, on which I don't like using zones. Instead, I use just the rays. There we go. I'd also be looking for a double top formation around this area. So that's one thing that I'll be looking for. So let us just see what the price actually done. So let me just remove this quick because we didn't have this before. So let me just say play. It's moving each and every half a second. There's a new candlestick that's coming up. So as you can see, price is moving forward. It's moving forward. There we go. Okay, it's pushing a bit to the upside. Now it's actually moving. There we go. Okay, let's have something like this now. One thing that I like about this structure is that, as you can see, we're looking for a sell. And now just by looking at price is actually moving to the upside in a corrective manner. It's actually moving to the upside in a corrective manner. So let us see if, let's say, price is still going to continue going to the upside a bit. There we go. We saw a beautiful spike there. Okay, I love this. After getting this, one thing that you can do is that now you can see, just by backtesting, you can simply say, okay, no, I noticed that price is now pushed a bit to the upside, but it's moving in an upward formation. It's moving upward in almost like a in an ascending type, in a correction to be specific. So you can simply have sort of something such as this, then you know what you're looking for next. Okay, there we go. So now I evolved my structure to what the market is actually telling me. Remember, I'm backtesting. So backtesting meaning that you don't have to see what actually happened in the near future. You don't have to see what actually happened. You're just using the way that you'd normally what do you call it? You'd normally trade. So let's say if you're a person that actually uses indicators, you can still add those indicators right here. You just go indicators, you add them on the chart, and then you use them. Like if you use the strategy, let's say the moving averages the cross, you can use that and see if it's actually working out for you. But let me just stick to the one that I use. So this is what I would say, and then let's see, I'll move a bit forward. There we go. Then I see, okay, this is actually one thing that triggers me to start looking for sell opportunities. As you can see, with this ascending type pattern, prices moving upwards in, okay, I paused it here, there we go. Prices moving upwards, okay, I think I paused it. Okay, prices moving upwards in a descending type pattern. I mean an ascending type pattern. After moving upwards in a descending type pattern, as soon as it got here, almost to the third touch of this double top formation, I'm on the second peak, which is the third touch of this ascending type. One thing that I noticed is that this thing keeps on moving. Let me just stop it. There we go. I think it's okay. I wanted to stop. No. Okay. Okay, I think it's gonna stop now. Yeah, I just wanted to, okay, there we go. Yeah, and then after here, this is actually what I was looking for next. So I'd have at least something that shows me that I'm now looking for an engulfing type or a candlestick confirmation that shows that I'm ready to take a sell opportunity now. So now with this one here, as you can see, let me zoom in a bit. There we go. I just zoomed in a bit and you can simply see that, okay, what the price gave this beautiful engulfing type. So this could be your first entry. This could be your first entry on which you'd have your stop somewhere close to here. And then obviously your targets would be, yeah. So this is how you would say that you're taking this trade. Let's say risk reward 1:5, amazing. As long as it's 1:3 or more, it's amazing. So let's say you say play. You start by saying play. There we go. Price triggered you. Or you can also have an entry whereby you're saying that when price breaks out of the structure, that's when you take a sell on it. Then you can still get that type of an entry. But let's say now we in the street. So let's see if it is going to take us out with stop losses, or it's actually going to win our direction. So far, it's going amazing. It is going amazing. So now we can see that we are moving, let's say, in profits. We backtesting, remember, we're moving in profits. But these profits are actually a lot compared to if it goes against you and takes you out. So let's say now you start by saying that I'm going to move my trade to at least break even and lock a few percentages. So let me just put this right here. This is where I'm going to have my stop loss. Now, I would have my stop loss there. Then actually one thing, let me just also let you guys know, one thing that I'll be looking for next is the price to actually play around a bit, 6 to 8 hours, play around a bit, and then continue to go down. That's when I would actually move my stop loss to where the market would be, let's say the lower high of that current price. So let me just wait for price to just play around and show me if that is about to happen. Okay. And then now we're waiting for it. There we go. Then it shut down. Okay, now you can simply see that I got what I actually wanted, that 6 to 8 hour correction. So one thing that I'll do is that I'll log these few percentages. Let me just see how many percentages this is. I'll log 1.3 percentages, meaning that if I was risking $100 per 1%, that means now I locked $100. So I'm no longer, there's no longer risk. I'm even into 1% profit. So now I would be looking to just manage this. So managing this would be that, okay, I can simply just have something like this. Okay, I can have a trend line that will be going down like this. And then I can simply tell myself, okay, my target is all the way down to here by the 90% rule. But if this line breaks, I'm going to take my profits. Okay, if this line breaks, I'm going to take my profits. So we are allowed to see what the market is actually telling us. You can see keeps on shooting down and keeps on shooting downwards. If there's any entry, we can still take that entry. You can see that it's playing. Okay, let me just pause this a bit. You can also see that what's happening here, it's playing a bit. You can also sort of get an entry here if you're a bit more advanced, but if you're not, you can still move your stop losses. So let's say you're a person that would move your stop loss just like me. I would move it to somewhere here. So let's just see what would happen. Then prices playing around, Then as you can see, what actually happened is that with just this week, right close to here, you can see price actually took us out with let me just go a bit back, with 2.5%. Price took us out with 2.5%, on which you were able to make profits. And you're seeing that even if it's not just the strategy that you're taking that's going to make you win or lose, it's actually how you manage this trade. So now you're able to see that price was able to actually take you out with 2.5%, which is amazing. Now you still have more, like you made profits even though it took you out and you didn't go to your full target. So you can just continue doing all of these things. So I just hope that you guys saw on how to play around with it, and then just keep on evolving. So now let's say something like this, when you look for and you just keep on evolving, let's say you'd have something like this now, but it took you out there, and then let's see it keeps on just shooting downwards, just to also manage and see if you'd be able to be a person to hold up until the 90% rule. And as you can see, price gave us a week, went all the way downwards, and I think it ended up hitting our 90% target, but it also took me out close to somewhere here to remember, because I didn't hold it till the full 90% rule, on which it was amazing, though it did hit the 90% rule as it always does, not like each and every time, but most of the time. That's why it's the 90 rule. Okay, so let me just show you guys. There we go. As you can see, it hit it right there. So currently we still just a bit here, on which this was an amazing trade. But you guys saw on that, you actually saw on how to actually play around with this. So you can backtest from like the previous like 3 months. You can backtest, because when I was still backtesting, or one thing that I'll do is that I'll pick a pair, euro US dollar, place it down, go to 2015, and then I start looking at the 4 hour. Then I'll just play around, analyze my charts, go around with the look for these the strategy that I trade, basically just look for them each and every trade that I take. One thing that I'll do is that I would literally, like, I would just note down, okay, I took a sell trade on this. This was the price. This is my stop loss. I'm losing this much. If I lose, I'm winning this much. And at the end, I'll take 100 trades on that, and then it will just show me on which, if let's say it was profitable or not profitable in 100 trades. If let's say it's profitable, I know that for sure euro US dollar I'm going to be trading it, and I know for sure that each and every 100 trades, 60 trades of euro US dollar go well, and euro US dollar most likely it plays out like this. Like, you actually develop a relationship with that pair, and you can use, okay, I did mention that you can use indicators too. If you're a person that uses indicators, just that I don't use them. And with adjusting the speed, you can choose to adjust let me just go a bit back, so you can choose to adjust the speed, let's say a bit slower or just a bit faster. You saw on how it is moving when I'm using
0.5. Okay, let's say you can just move it to 3 seconds. So each and every 3 seconds, that's when it opens up a new candle. So you'd be able to just see, and you'd be able to just analyze in a much more calmer manner. Let's say if you're still on the beginner phase. And one thing that I would say is that you should also use this long and short tool. This long and short tool should be the one that determines, that tells you on, are you actually in profits, or are you in losses? How much did you make? How much did you lose? And like, it's the one that you should actually use. You shouldn't just say, oh, if it was real time, I would sell here. No, use the strategy. Like, this is how I should sell. This is one thing that for me to sell, I should be looking for this. Okay, I got this. Let me enter now. My stop loss should be here. My take profit should be here. Let me manage this way. That's one thing that should be using these tools for the long and short. This is the short and this is the long one, going long, going by. Okay, smaller time frame. Yes, I did mention that we do have smaller time frame. You can also go on the 15 minutes just to get that sniper entry on using this tool. And just play and move by speed second. Okay, I did mention that we can switch time frame while in, yeah, definitely we can switch time frame while we are in replay mode. So you can just keep on going to the 15 minute, just analyze on the 15 minutes. Say now on this. Okay, let me do this quick. Just to show you guys on the fact that you can actually focus on also smaller. There we go. I want to go into the 15 minutes just so we are able to see the structure that we're taking a look at. This one here that's here, we're able to just see it on the 15 minute to see if, let's say, it's giving us a continuation pattern. Okay, because we could have caught a scaling position right here. Let's say now having this should simply have a pattern. There we go. And there we go. So this, just by understanding the structure, this is a descending pattern. This is a symmetrical pattern that definitely has to break to the downside. So let's say now we're looking to scale in. So you can simply say that, okay, no, I'm going to place a scale in once, let's say, a sell trade is here, and then I'll put my stop loss somewhere close to here. And then your target is still all the way down to the same target that we had, all the way down. Okay, I don't have to go all the way down. So, and then you can just play around with it. Let me just go a bit forward so it doesn't take too long. There we go. And let's see if, let's say, doesn't matter whether it does go in your direction or it doesn't go in your direction, doesn't matter. You're taking 100 trades. After 100 trades, that's when you can start saying that, okay, no, yes, it's going, I'm losing or I'm making money. So far we're not in the trade. Someone would be like, we lost, but we're not in the, now that's when we are in the trade, and then we continue going downwards, as you can see. Because please stop. Okay, there. So because one thing I would have placed my sell stop. Remember, we're using sell stops, not market execution. So I would have placed my sell stop. Let's say if I'm looking for scaling, sell stop, to say that if it does break to the downside, that's when it should activate me. So now just by, because it shot a bit to the upside, done this evening star, and came a bit downwards. When it broke here, that's when it activated me, and then now that's when it continues to go all the way down. So I just want to show you guys that yes, you can use the 15-minute time frame too. And okay, and one thing that I would recommend you do is that when you backtest, one thing that I was doing a lot is that I would have shown you guys real quick, but I still do have the template. It's actually on my different laptop, whereby I have it shows like the entry, the stop loss, all these types of stuff. And then one thing that I'll do is that before, that's when I take a trade like this. Let me just go a bit back. When I take a trade like this, one thing that I will do, okay, that's when I took that trade because of the evening star. I mean the engulfing candle. I'll literally do this. You can either take a screenshot of it, take literally a screenshot, have a picture of it, or just take the link. One thing that I was doing is that I was placing links and also screenshots. So you just copy the link, put it here as before, and then after, let's say if it does go in your profits or if it does go against you, you put it as after. Then you'd be able to see, like when you're just sitting down looking at the trades, you'd be able to see that, okay, no, these types of trades are the ones that are not winning too much, and these types of trades are the ones that are winning too much. Then you focus on the ones that are winning too much. Then that way you become profitable. But I hope that you guys saw how to use the bar replay button, and I hope that I didn't take too much time on it.
Remember that if you've got questions that you want to ask, kindly just comment below, ask me the questions that you want to ask, and then on the next videos to come, I'm going to make sure that I go through all the questions and then I'll be able to just answer them in video form. But at the same time, I would like to thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to go to actually hit the link below and then get to watch this free training that I'm speaking about, get access to it, and at the same time make sure that you are a member that subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's a boy Liswa Mutupi, and I thank you so much.